I would now like to turn the podium over to Wright-Hennepin President and CEO Tim Sullivan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, directors, staff, fellow employees, and most importantly, members of Wright-Hennepin. Welcome to your annual meeting built around the theme of value you can count on. Now, that's simple enough to say, but I emphasize it here because it embeds a powerful idea we must always remember, and that's Wright-Hennepin's fundamental value is a bet on the notion that electric consumers, like all of us, are best served by a cooperative owned by and run for them. In fact, it's our very identity as a member-owned utility that, in my view, delivers more value you can count on than anything else we do. But while our value proposition starts with our cooperative business model, it doesn't end there. And here's why. Most of us consider ourselves to be value buyers when it comes to products and services. That is, we carefully weigh what we get for what we pay on everything from cars to groceries to entertainment. But we may never ask ourselves, what's the real value? The value of electricity. Now, to be clear, I'm not asking what electricity costs. We all know that, and cost is important, and I'll come back to it in just a moment. Rather, what's the value to you of the everyday ways electricity helps improve your quality of life? So let's take an example. What's the value of a hot shower on a really cold January morning? What's the value of staying cool in air-conditioned comfort on a really hot, sticky July day? What's the value of safely drying your favorite sweater or recharging your mobile phone when you really have to take that call? Or quickly heating up your dinner in the microwave when you have to make your child's sports practice? So let's do a little experiment here. This is the audience participation part. I'll ask a question, and if you're game, if you're willing, please shout out an answer. So here's the question. You'll see it on the screen. What's the value of a hot beef roast on the dinner table? Think about that. Now, how much does it cost to prepare with electricity? How much to prepare that roast beef dinner? Anybody? What do you think? Some brave soul. Shout something out. $1. I heard $1. Anything else? 50 cents. And the real answer is, the last person got it, 10 cents. 10 cents. So let's do another. What's the value of watching an entire season of your favorite television series? Now, how much does the electricity cost? The entire season of your favorite series? Guesses? 25 cents. 50 cents. Okay, let's see the answer. 10 cents. So a couple more. What's the value of a load of clean dishes? Or what about charging your phone for a full year? Think about the electric cost. So there's two of them. What did I hear? 10 cents. I tricked you. The real answers are 4 cents and 50 cents. So thank you. Let's give a hand to the brave souls who participated. Now, the truth is, we just saw in that little experiment, most of us don't know those answers. And what's more, that's completely understandable because electricity isn't priced that way. It's not priced by the value it delivers. Instead, it's priced by the cost of generation, transmission, and distribution of electrons. But it's worth asking, what would you pay? Because it highlights just how valuable and inseparable electricity is from our daily lives. And this is really the second way that Wright-Hennepin delivers value you can count on. It makes modern quality of life possible. But since this is annual meeting night, you're a member owner, you may say, well, what value does Wright-Hennepin provide to me beyond being a cooperative utility, beyond basic electric service? Well, I'm glad you asked. So let me respond by saying Wright-Hennepin provides value to you in at least 6 additional ways. First, value does mean competitive pricing. After all, any part of a value proposition still comes down to what you pay. And at Wright-Hennepin, we know there's countless competition for a share of your pocketbook. And that's why we strive to deliver electricity to you at the lowest possible cost. And as Angie noted earlier, we've been pretty successful doing that. Not only did we beat Xcel Energy on an average residential monthly bill by 1.8% in 2017, we've done that consistently. In fact, 7 out of the past 8 years. And we're on track to do it again in 2018. Now, this is especially noteworthy when you consider that Xcel has 38 consumers per mile of line, 38, and Wright-Hennepin has 13. So in other words, Xcel spreads their fixed costs. So that's things like poles and wires and transformers and meters across 3 times as many consumers per mile of line. Yet despite that advantage, Wright-Hennepin offers a more competitive offering. Bear in mind, too, that just compares general service. When you consider the value of capital credit refunds, which 90% of the membership got last year, when you add in energy savings programs, which more than half of you participate in, our Wright-Hennepin advantage swells to 12%. So we believe Wright-Hennepin's competitive pricing really does provide value you can count on. Now, second, value means safety and reliability. So while delivering energy at the lowest possible cost is essential, that's important, it's not enough. We know that value means keeping you and your loved ones and our own employees safe while keeping the lights on. And that's why we're especially proud of our perfect safety record in 2017. That means employees had no incidents, no safety incidents, and no lost time. Really proud of them. Thank you. I agree with you. And equally important, our membership, all of you, we're 100% free of electrical contacts. So that said, we know that safety requires constant vigilance. And we know we're only one mistake away from an accident, perhaps a serious one. So please know we're going to stay committed, we're going to remain humble, and we're going to stay focused. We also delivered reliable power. In fact, reliable power in the best 10% of cooperatives in the country in 2017, and we've cut an already low outage rate in half over the past decade. So like safety, achieving reliability results like these requires constant investment in the system. We need to upgrade or relocate poles and wires. We cut back on vegetation and rights-of-way. We respond quickly and efficiently to outages once they do occur. So our work is never done, and we stay committed to constant improvement. Third, value means service. At Wright-Hennepin, we know value means more than a low bill and reliable service. It means being responsive to your questions, providing good advice, providing strong solutions for your needs. And the evidence is that you're leaning pretty heavily on your co-op. Our switchboard took more than 90,000 calls last year, 90,000. Consumers accessed our website on average 12,700 times a month, and you offered 5,400 likes and shares and comments on social media. Now, our member services staff, many of whom you met tonight, answer thousands of questions a year on everything from rates to the efficiency of water heaters to energy products and services that you might be being pitched by a third party. We know they're all important. And these kinds of one-on-one exchanges are critical to you, and we're grateful that you see us as a credible, reliable source of information. Now, when over-the-phone advice isn't enough, we also offer the services of our energy use consultants. Now, these expertly trained professionals counsel you on ways to save energy. It might be on your AC unit or your water heater or electrical system. They personally counsel you on how to save energy and money. So if you need a little bit of extra help, call Wright-Hennepin, and we'll send in the energy cavalry. Now, in those limited instances when power does go out, we know your first question is, when will the lights come back on? So please use our online outage map found on whe.org. You can access it from any mobile device, an iPhone, an iPad, any handheld instrument. You'll see immediately how, let's say, a summer thunderstorm impacts you and others across our service territory. And most importantly, you'll receive our best estimate around when power will be restored. Now, as Wendy outlined, service also means enjoying the benefits of WH holding businesses, as she said, including WH Security and International Response Center, HeatMyFloors.com, WH Appliance Repair, and WH Tree Services. Now, in addition to providing the first-rate products and services Wendy talked about, these businesses generated $13 million in revenue last year and ate up almost $2 million in costs, which otherwise would have been borne by electric consumers. Now, fourth, value means choices and options. We know you want flexible offerings tailored to your pocketbook and your needs and your values. And in 2017, Wright-Hennepin delivered more rates, rebates, and more special programs than ever before in our history. We provided significant new energy savings opportunities for members on things like air source heat pumps and electric water heaters and air conditioning and dual fuel and more. And almost 900 of you took fresh advantage last year. Now, for those perhaps thinking about purchasing an electric vehicle, let me offer one more incentive. WH offers a fabulous overnight charging rate of half-priced energy. And in a related area, we've also developed brand new, just revealed tonight, new solar choice and renewable choice options, which will allow you to purchase energy supported either by Wright-Hennepin's portfolio of solar assets or by renewable energy from the grid. So call our member services line for more information. Fifth, value means state-of-the-art technology. Now, part of being a 21st century utility means making investments into cutting-edge technologies which deliver faster, cheaper, better service. And that's why we continue to expand the deployment of our next-generation automatic meter infrastructure, or AMI system. Now, these new meters can remotely read and report your energy use hourly. And you can follow your own usage on My Meter. That's a free online energy portal you can access. Now, for the new AMI meters, we have 6,000 of them now installed in our service territory. We have another 3,000 planned for this summer, and will be fully deployed 5 years from now, delivering the value of that robust technology to our members for years to come. Now, finally, value means support for local communities. As a local, member-owned organization, we know value is also created when we give back to the communities we serve. And as has happened since 1994, almost $200,000 was distributed in 2017 to charitable and nonprofit organizations through Operation Roundup. The Operation Roundup Trust dispenses money raised when each of you round up your bill each month and generously contribute to that fund. And in 2017, that included, for example, $5,000 for Pay It Forward Fund to help support patients undergoing treatment with basic living expenses. It meant $5,000 also for the Second Chance for Life Foundation to help provide funds for patients in need of heart transplants. And we raised the bar for our own community involvement. In Wright County, this meant becoming a grand sponsor for the Wright County Fair in July. And in Hennepin County, that meant becoming a sponsor of the Maple Grove holiday celebrations, where we participated in the parade and we sponsored breakfast with Santa. And beyond those special events, Wright-Hennepin also supports local schools by providing scholarships for 19 deserving high school seniors. We provide night lights for kindergarten students and tree seedlings for third graders. And we visit on site at schools to train kids about electrical safety. In fact, we conducted more than 30 what we call hotline demonstrations at schools last year alone. So, the next time you enjoy that cozy warmth of a hot shower after shoveling your driveway on a cold January morning, or maybe an April morning, please remember that it was Wright-Hennepin that brought it to you. And the next time you enjoy that cool, comfortable air conditioning on that hottest, muggiest day in July, remember that it's one more benefit of being a Wright-Hennepin member. And the next time your microwave dings, or your dryer buzzes, or the oven sounds, letting you know your dinner's ready, recall with pride and satisfaction that it's your electric co-op, owned by you, that made your life just a little bit better. In the end, that's the whole reason Wright-Hennepin is here, is to deliver value you can count on. So thank you for your business. Thank you for your support. Thank you for spending a portion of your valuable evening with us. On behalf of all of us at Wright-Hennepin, we appreciate it.